Hey everybody, Ziggy and Bandit here. My hair is wet, not greasy. I just got out of the shower, so um it won't take long to dry. My hair is so freaking thin. Hey Nona, Christy, Luminous, Michelle, Liplock. Let me see who the winner was today. Millie RN, Millie Vanilli. Oh my gosh. One of my favorite usernames, Millie Vanilli. Gosh, is it that lagged? It hasn't even started on my phone yet. Like I see, it's not even, now I'm finally showing live. Dang. That's so freaking lagged. I hope you guys heard me already. Hey Linda, Laylee, Mimi of 6. And I was talking about how awesome Millie's name is. Millie, it should be changed to Millie Vanilli. So I uploaded the video of Thank You, Believe. I know, I love him too. He's amazing. I uploaded me and Fred's walk on Ben Hill Road. I have a lot more to show you. We visited a lot of places and yeah, like the cemetery, Laurel Run, Laurel Run, Bays Mountain, a lot of things. It helps to see this stuff in person. Hey, crazy mom. My hair is wet, guys. It's not oily. Okay? Whoa! Whoa. Hey, Jo Marie. So I like to see things up. It just gives a better perspective when you're there. This walk was the 11th of September. Got some sun, possibly. This is in 3 parts. Unfortunately, a big part of it is like complete darkness. Kind of reminds me of Jody Sue's recent post where she claimed to be in a holler or something. But it starts anyways in the light, and we walk all of Ben Hill Road, and there's a couple funny parts like where I get scared, just stupid things. But you can hear us talking the whole time, and it might interest you. So I'll upload it by itself. Oh, thank you, Diana. I am. I'm happy. We have a little happy family. So I turn on the camera right when I wish I would have shown walking off of 207. I don't know why I didn't do that. I don't know why I didn't do that. But we start at 207 and walk the whole road. Half of this, or over half of it, is like complete darkness. I was kind of scared a little bit, but I don't know, guys. It's really peaceful. I also have like we sit out at 207 in complete darkness and did like spirit box. We were supposed to spend the night out there, but then I think we like kind of decided against it because there's just too many crazies. All right. I wonder if there's a way to make it so. Okay, hold on. Okay. Wonder if it can go like this. No. No. How about like that? No. Can I? I'm trying to make it do a. I don't know if you guys can see on your end what I'm doing, but I'm trying to set it up so I could cut out the sides, like the empty space here, and make me a little bit bigger. But so I guess we could go ahead and start. I mean, I don't know. I hope this interests you. I went over it just to make sure there was nothing in it I didn't want out there, but we're pretty transparent. So here it is. We're starting at Ben Hill Road at 207 and walking towards the direction of Dawn and Candace. But there was I don't know if it's really, we do tell you when we turn around, so that's probably, the time we turn around is probably a better estimate, give you a better estimate of how long it takes to walk it, because on the way down there, we were stopped by a neighbor and we talked for a while and all that. So on the way back, we pretty much walked straight back. On the inside.
Yeah.
So I'm just.
The theory on it was the law that most likely that it was they was picking scent up either off of Don that had been there in the car, but where it went beyond where his car was, they feared it might have been where Candace had been in earlier.
Yeah. See, I'm also recording for our safety, like Jody Sue. I learned some things from her.
Jody Sue is
maybe iPhone company can pull my videos off.
What they was allowing that.
There's barbed wire in there. Yeah, why?
That's where the neighbor up here took my wire down and pushed the posters down and stuff.
So
what people don't understand, this is more or less like a private drive from Baby Baby's driveway. Baby Baby's driveway.
Oh shit! Sorry.
That's why the road's so off.
Here in a second, Fred's gonna give you a play-by-play on how the shooting happened.
And stuff. It's just what width of the asphalt you see is all right away you got.
Yeah. So I wonder where they could have taken her back there. If well, or what do you think?
Well, what they done, my thought was they got Andy Jr. to bring her to the road and dropped her and handed her to Andy. Andy meant that blue vehicle right here, passed her off to it.
Okay, because you didn't think that he went all down there.
Andy didn't pass his cameras.
Yeah.
He had to pass her off right here if they was passed off. And then my thought is, well, from Dawn, Andy Jr., getting her from Dawn, bring her to the road, You ever met the Andy? And then Andy bring her to the blue truck right here. And then this blue truck taking her to the white HHR. See, that's a big transaction. Just boom, 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 boom. And then if anybody's seen anything on the road, then if they say, well, we seen her get in this vehicle, and then they search that vehicle, she's not in it. You see that
they keep moving vehicles, it makes it harder to find her.
Yes,
that's why I'm saying that's why they haven't figured out what happened to her, because there's so many people involved, and so many people like whose lives are or their lives are at stake, like their life.
So this is our conversation. This is our conversations all day long, like what we talk about. But this is all alleged. This is not fact. This is all alleged. Just so have to state that anything talked about, it, at the time was, even though it was recorded, it was at the time a private conversation. Now public. So I just want to say alleged.
Livelihood or their
really the disappearance, but everything that happened the summer before.
Exactly.
That's what people's not understanding.
There was illegal shit going on before too, probably,
and that would make it why Dawn would want to get rid of her and stuff too beforehand, before the social services got a hold of her or whatever.
Yeah, so this is the turnaround that you think possibly that it would have had to been here, because he wasn't on cameras past this point.
No.
And that's a really good turnaround area.
I mean, that's where everybody used to turn that come in here.
Yeah.
That's where the bus always turned when we was kids.
Oh wow, the bus would come back here?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because see, I lived way on back in the hollow past stay at Redmond's.
So you guys would all meet here and
get on the bus? I was just 4-year-old when we moved down here to 167 and 5. And but see, Julie.
But before that, you were out down the road even further.
Yeah, past
207.
Yeah, about a half a mile past 207 or farther. Yeah. If we can just figure out who's about the blue truck and the white HHR, that would put a big step up in the case, in my opinion.
Yeah, especially that blue truck.
Yeah, the blue truck.
Well, both of them.
The blue truck was on camera, but it never showed the tag number nowhere. And the windows was so dark tinted and dim up that you couldn't even see in. You could see that there was 2 people in it through the windshield, but you couldn't tell if they was who they was or not.
Right. So, and that's probably was on purpose, so nobody could see.
Most likely. But see, the white HHR was never on camera that I know of anywhere. But why did it sit there 3 days up to summer going missing every day for 3 days? And why did Journey say that Candace was packing a suitcase for summer 3 days or stuff? Kids don't lie,
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. It was nice
but I can't figure with this incident here with the bones, they was animal bones, and they was.
So now we're coming up to David Bay's old property, where we found the bones and called it in. He found it initially and told me about it, and then I'm the one that called it in, because he had just found them right before I got there. So, and you're not going to get service out on Ben Hill. You have to travel to be able to call 911. Even if you don't have you can use any phone to call 911, but if you can't get service, like a signal, you're not going to be able to even call 911. So here we talk about the bone situation.
There's other bones, because the forensic team don't collect animal bones. They pulled up police tape, everything, set up lights, They worked about 24 hours on it.
Well, I'm glad that they actually came out and took it serious.
Yeah. I mean, when they take and measure the bone and stuff and leave the piece of the measurement there and set a number down there and number each one and put it in forensic bags, they're not doing that on animal bones, you know?
Yeah.
He was even telling him which bones to dispose of and which bones to keep. He took a picture of every bone and it laying there.
Well, yeah, they probably just took the ones that he wasn't that he thought could be, you know, not animal, you know, that could be human.
That they know that wasn't animal.
Well, I don't know if they would know. They would test it. I mean, they can't know for sure until they test it, but you know, you would think an expert would be pretty good at spotting it.
It wasn't just him doing it.
I mean, these were crushed too. You got to remember.
He was getting a second opinion on each bone as well. He was sending pictures to a lab, and the lab was telling him which bones that make sure they took and didn't take. But they don't take and put it in forensic
like a
bags
team effort.
And it not legit. I mean,
yeah.
In my opinion.
Well, I mean, like, I'm so annoyed that people keep saying it was just deer bones and stuff like that, instead of saying what it actually was. We don't know what it was. He said,
yeah, we just walking. Yeah, we just parked up there walking. Here's somebody's glove laying in the road. A glove laying in the road.
Just in case you need it. There's an extra.
So here we walk up, and now we're at the property of Richard Gruely. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. He happened to be outside, and he was tending to a hay baler that had caught fire earlier that day, and he was cleaning up the mess. And so he just stopped us, and we started talking to him. So I guess you're going to hear our conversation.
One.
I have.
Who?
It's baler caught on fire.
Who? Jamie.
I don't know. Oh yeah, I don't know.
Wait, who are you talking about? You say Jamie?
Jamie Light, the guy who cuts the hay here.
Yeah.
Jamie Light.
Oh.
It caught on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, was it a couple days ago?
No, it just now. See the baler right there?
Oh.
Right here, honey, at the gate. It's burnt down. Just right past that.
Dang, how'd that happen?
That's probably where we just seen the fire truck come from. The fire truck that's been down here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it had. I seen one, and I told her it probably been down in this way.
About 3 or 4 of them down here.
Yeah.
Pickup truck.
Everything's so dry, I tell you.
Well,
it's miserable dry.
Yeah, plus he had the roads all set out, so once they caught,
oh, yeah?
It was just spreading like crazy.
Oh, yeah? I mean, how did it catch on fire?
He had I don't know nothing about making hay or whatever, but a series of rollers inside that thing.
Yeah.
And a bolt broke on one side. Which caused that one roller to drop down, be where it shouldn't be, and then friction, metal on metal.
Spark it.
Did his tractor catch on fire too, or?
He had a bale of hay in it. It caught
on
fire.
Man.
Yeah, burnt it up. But.
And Jamie said he smelled smoke. He turned around. He saw a real little fire in the corner. So he quick unhooked it, dropped the bale out. And he said he took his shirt and he was trying to, knock it out with that. And he said. Yeah. It went up so quick. He said it was.
Yeah, wow. It feels like it where hay's so dry.
Yeah.
And there's no saving it.
No. I mean, that's
nice night.
I mean, he used to keep the insurance on everything.
He didn't. I asked him.
Oh no.
He normally does.
Yeah, he said I asked him if that.
Well, probably the one he borrowed it from does.
Well, no, that was his. He said he bought that He said he's had it 14 years, so it don't owe him nothing. But still, that's not how you want it to.
No.
You don't want to be a total loss. But,
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was halfway in the back pasture. I was in the woods a little bit, pruning some deer trails.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, that smells smoke.
Oh, yeah.
I started to panic. You know, I went out that way because I thought I saw it like laying in the trees in the way.
You were saying you smelled fire.
Yeah, I
when it
smelled
came
fire
in.
way towards me.
I don't know how we didn't notice all this black out here.
I done did when we come in. We
I didn't notice that.
But Richard, this is Adrian. Adrian, this is
Hi, Adrian. How you doing?
That's my wife.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
But I went out back and I said, well, ain't no smoke back here. And then I started walking this way and I'm like, holy crap. And it was, I mean, it had just gotten going and the tires and everything and the belt.
See, people are friendly, you know, but, you know, I don't know. You have to, everybody's side-eyeing everybody else. Well, we're side-eyeing everybody because we don't know who all could be part of it. But yeah, I wanted people to see how narrow the street is. You can't really understand until you're there, though, in person and actually go past Simpson Road. Everybody's afraid to go past Simpson. But it's probably best so you don't go back there unless you're with a local that knows somebody back there, honestly. But it's not scary if you have to, you have to act like you belong, I guess. But unfortunately, so this is not all of it. This is a almost 14-minute video, but then I have two more I'm going to play. One's like 8 minutes and the other one's over 20 minutes. Unfortunately, after this one, it starts getting really dark and you can't hardly see anything. So unfortunately, you're not going to see anything, but hear us talking about everything. And I do shine light on some things, like when we're down at 110 and stuff like that. But we still have interesting conversation that thought you might want to. Or also, plus some people, if they're interested, know how long. I just want people to know, like, how this road is, I think, longer than people think, maybe. I don't know. I more so wanted to show that Fred how far away he was. Did you see if Candace and Don still live there? They were, their posters and stuff were still there. Yeah, they're still there. Getting poo, Lord.
Were all burning.
Yeah.
Time I come up here, there was already 2 fire trucks.
Gosh,
there.
this is so nice. Like right here.
Yeah.
Too bad.
They was state man and 3 counties and news crew down this way yesterday evening somewhere.
Well, 2 nights ago, I think, wasn't it?
Huh?
Wasn't it 2 nights ago?
No.
Because it was on the way when I was on the way down still.
Well, yeah, I guess so. No,
on this road?
Huh?
On this road?
No, it was just down in Sullivan County side right here next to the line somewhere. It had to be Sullivan County because it was Sullivan County that was out, the cruisers was. So.
Right.
But I didn't understand why they'd have news crew,
Right,
with
yeah.
them.
Right.
But I've not heard nothing.
There's been several fires in Sullivan lately, so I don't know. Maybe it has some
fireman who was here. He said this was the second baler fire of the day for him. He said one caught on fire down Lakeview, somewhere on the other end of the county.
Yeah.
He said they responded to one way down there.
Yeah, down in Lakeview. That's down next to Bean Station area.
They said usually it's a bearing or something goes up causes that, but this time it just happened to be a bolt broke and that thing dropped down.
It's a weird smell. It smells. It doesn't smell like I don't know normal fire.
Right now, you're probably
Well, it's
smelling
smoldering. I mean, where they wet it down is what that
and rubber and probably hydraulic oil too.
Hydraulic.
It's a combination of mess, really.
Yeah.
It's not a pleasant.
Yeah, the fire smells more is better. More nostalgic.
I've already had a couple spots.
Now you're running out of daylight, unfortunately.
We'll walk on down through here.
Getting damp, so that's going to help.
Yeah, we seen some deers up there in that field right below the campers when we went in a while ago. Yeah, there's a 6-pointer and a doe and a fawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on your side where you keep over the lawnmower.
That is up that drive is the Smiths, I believe. I don't know if Fred's in chat, but I believe that's John Smith's property. Yeah, because we haven't even got to 165 yet because he hasn't even talked about like the shooting yet. What else was I was about to say something else too. Hold on, let me replay.
There's a 6-pointer and a doe and a fawn.
Oh yeah, we also have video of bear. We saw bear like a few times. It was really cool. Deer all the time. It's definitely September seems like a really good time to see wildlife. Snakes. I have a video of Fred picking up a snake. You weren't Terry. Oh, live thankful. Wait till you see this other video, like when we did the spirit box. And then Fred claims he starts to hear the monkeys and we start hearing it and we haven't recorded. And then all of a sudden there's this horrible smell and I freak out because I remember like this old man saying and Fred saying, you'll notice a horrible smell before you even see them. And this smell was something I had never smelled before. It was like a manure smell. It was a manure smell, but a type of manure like I had never smelled before. The bear was on Mountain View Road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where we're going out to. I look at something.
Yeah, we seen a bear videoed it if you go up Mountain View one of those.
Yeah, that's cool.
The road. It's about that big. Wasn't scared at all. He crossed the road in front of us.
Yeah.
We're going to walk on down through here. You have a good evening.
Nice to meet you too. Okay, so I was going to ask you something, but I forgot.
Let's see, there's a scent hitting on that truck.
Oh, there was a scent hit on that place too?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it hit on your place too, then I guess it really doesn't mean much.
No. There were several places that the dogs hit scent.
Yeah.
But it don't make sense why the dogs hit scent though, because
I wonder if there's a way to turn on hold on.
So I was trying to turn on a light to see I wish we would have brought like a flashlight or something, but I mean, I did have 2 devices with me, so I think I do have a phone light going and stuff here in a few, but you can't really see too much. So I apologize in advance. So this one is only about almost 8 minutes long, and then there's one more after this that is 23 minutes long. So, and I'll upload these like, I don't know, maybe I should combine them all together into one and then upload.
I do soon. It gets dark.
So this one I turned on immediately after the other one. It was right immediately after. But we
very soon, back, and I'd have to start a new video because I can't put it on.
When we walk back, the whole thing. Wait, hold on. Okay, I was making sure I wasn't muted. When we walk back, the whole thing is on one video, so you can get a good idea. Kind of, I guess. Can't see anything, but.
On midpoint. So, well, this is something I wanted to do, walk Ben Hill Road, so I checked that off the list. See, it's so peaceful, and that's why I'm saying, like, it's so...
It's all time out here.
Yeah. I mean, that's why it's too bad that so much of a negative light has been... Yeah. There's 165. So, you can see how far it is from 165 to 207. We're still nowhere near Simpson Road, really. Lane or road? I can't keep them straight.
Simpson
Lane. And so
let's see, when that man I shot, see, he pulls in this way, and I'm standing on the bank right here behind that tree, where I can see all the way up this road right here. See, see up that road. That's why I stepped up on the bank. When he pulled in, the next time he pulled in over there first, they expect me to be over there.
So this happened at 165?
Yeah.
The shooting?
Yeah.
I always get confused.
Well, he pulled in over there, and then he didn't see me. And then he pulls in this driveway, pulls over up in it, and he's got the gun pulled at the house and stuff, or watching for me. Well, I'm up on the bank. I turn the flashlight on. He spins out onto the blacktop out here, right out through here.
Damn.
And I'm standing right there on the bank behind that big tree. It was a little tree at that time. But he jumps out right here and throws it in park and jumps out, and the truck passes him up. And then
he leaves his car and drive?
He throws it in park and jumps out, and it's still rolling. And it's stripping gears. But anyway, he had guns out on me automatically and started threatening me, everything. And then when actually the shooting happened,
you had much the better angle for sure, because you're higher up. He was stupid.
Well, I mean, when it happened and stuff, he was threatening to kill me and everything. And especially because I had that raising here, because I had that light in his eyes. I ain't gonna take a light out of your eyes and you got a gun drawn on me. Well, I finally told him, I said, well, me and Round you pulled off in the holler tonight. Won't you roll up out of here? Because I'm sure the neighbors done called laws. Say, but me and you bunch of shit, just roll up on out. Won't you roll up on out here? He said, fuck you and the law, and he shot an arrow. Well, it kind of pissed me off. I had a gun on him. So I said, motherfucker, I got a gun too. When I said that, he went, let's fucking play them. Like that, run back and tucked in again his truck. Like that. And when he tucked in, he pulled a few more rounds off. Yeah. And then when he paused on that 11th round, that's when I popped and third and caught him in the neck. Actually, on the third, when I started opening fire, he went to turn like that. And when he raised up, that's what caught him in the neck. To jump back in.
Oh, man.
See, he went off his bank. He was standing right on here.
Were you scared you killed him?
Huh?
Were you scared you killed him?
No, I didn't.
You didn't have time to think?
Everything happened so fast.
Yeah.
You don't think about how many shells you got. You don't think about nothing. You just think about your safety.
Right.
But see, he was in a Z71. It jacked up. And it sent him plumb. I could see his shoes over top of the bed of the truck. But he took him from here over top that fence off in the field. And then he climbed back up and lost his gun clip and stuff right there. They puddles of blood, I mean, as big as the hood of his truck. In the road. But I done stepped off in the road at that time. If I was going to kill him, I could have killed him and his daughter right then. But once everything was neutralized.
What was his daughter doing the whole time? Was she crying or what? What was, did you probably didn't even notice, huh?
Yeah, I did. His daughter actually had a gun too, but I never brought that up in court or to the law because he put her in that mess, you know. He's the one went and got her and brought her back in here to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And her just turning 18, that would ruin her whole life, you know. But she did take and try to talk him into going on, saying, "You're just coked up tonight. Won't you just roll on and stuff?" Said it's going to be bad and cussing him and everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That was before that any shots even fired before he pulled out back out. I mean, even onto the blacktop when I put the light on him, you know, when he pulled back out on, I put the light on him, then he pulled out on blacktop.
Yeah, I mean, I hope
everything went down.
Maybe he got clean. Hopefully he got clean after that. I don't know. Maybe it changed his life for the better.
Him and James Hill had gunplay before. They owned joining property up in the holler and stuff, and he kept cutting gates and stuff and all that on some property and stuff up there. Well, James actually had sold it to somebody else, but evidently James had told him that that's where he lived, you know. But see, Ed Redmond dropped charges on him. George, I don't even know his last name. He's from Florida that owned the Marson place, past Redmond's. See, both of them dropped charges because I don't know why, but they got him for shooting up a bunch of stuff. See, he pulled probably 5,000 rounds off in this holler that night.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
But people won't act like I'm the bad person for doing what I done. But what if one of them 5,000 rounds had hit one of these kids around here?
Yeah.
People don't look at it like that.
Did they have to
come in this neighborhood?
Did they take you to jail that night?
No, I never did go to jail.
Unicorn, if you would listen, he explains it was a misidentity. He thought that's the whole story he just told. Pay attention in class, okay? Now you've lost your right to speak because you're not very smart. So, and I keep seeing your dumb comments, and it just like really makes me lose intelligence points. So I can't. He's sitting here explaining to you it was a misidentity. He thought Fred was a big businessman named James Hill. It had nothing to do with drugs. Even though at the time, Roy Fanning was drunk and under the influence because his daughter was yelling, "You're just coked up. Come on, let's go." And thank you so much, Diana, for being a member for 8 months. I just didn't want to stop in the middle of the story because I wanted people to hear it for that same reason. And while, you know, I people don't think I don't recognize them or see them in their they think I'm dumb, you know what I mean? But I give people opportunities and stuff like that to come around, and everybody can have their own opinions, but just don't come over here being passive aggressive and just trying to cause drama or just be stupid. I don't know. This is important, I think. I feel like it is important. The stuff we talk about, I think it's important. I really do. I think people need to get an idea of the area. It helps you understand the case. All right, let's finish this part of this video.
You just had to summon, or you just got a ticket or something, or whatever it's called. They sent you.
Put me with a warrant.
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks later.
And you had to be arrested then, or was it just a warrant to come to court?
Well, they actually arrested me and took me in on a Friday, and I had to stay to Monday. And then I got arraigned and stuff on Monday on commission of felon with the firearm.
Yeah. They probably had to go ahead and do that, even though just in let the court decide.
But see, they was going to wait till Monday and just pick me up then. But my mom and dad were separated that time. She didn't know what was going on. She calls them on a Friday and tells them that they're going to come in here and retaliate. I don't know how she was figuring all that, but they come to try to say they picked me up for a safety precaution till Monday.
Your mom got you again.
Yeah.
Damn moms. Well, hey.
But see how quiet this is how the holler normally is. I mean,
and this is okay. So now we're to
Simpson Lane.
Sorry, it's just funny because his mom and his relationship and just I don't know. Anyways, it's poor much to say some people's opinion. Fred is a great guy. Thank you, Rhonda. He is. He really is. I wouldn't back him if he wasn't. Definitely wouldn't be here if I didn't believe that and know that with all my heart. So here's the last part of the video. We'll definitely do. I have several other things to show you that we did. I wanted to we were supposed to talk to Jamie Cox. I think we saw him for a second. I don't know, but we didn't have a real chance to talk to him. But we're still working on that. And like I said, I have a lot of other footage of just things that we went and done and looked at, going to where, we're caught in near where Cotton's house was, where Don tried to pick up on that little girl or pretend that he was trying to save her. All kinds of different things. So let's watch this one. Ziggy is a ninja.
Now we're on Simpson Lane, and it's about like, I don't know, 8:15 or something, 8:30 p.m. So it's already.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's no bear out here, because that's.
No,
I don't know. You've seen a lot of bear.
I've seen a lot of bear all my life and stuff, but the bear ain't like people think, really. I've never had no trouble out of them. I've roamed these woods ever since I was 7-year-old by myself. I mean, everywhere, on all these roads, all through the mountains, stuff. I've never had no trouble out of nothing other than rough fucking monkeys. And they only fuck with you more if they're just you by yourself or one other person. But if you're like 3 or 4, they'll stay at a distance.
Well, it's me and you, so there's only 2 of us.
Yeah, they still hold a distance. But you get by yourself, though, they'll come in close on you.
Hey,
see here, the dog already barked.
Yeah. And that's over at the hill, 110, you think?
Yeah, that's 110.
Oh my God. I heard something move. See it? You hear it?
Yeah. You want it?
Huh? Do I want it?
It ain't gonna get you.
Do you know what it is?
It's a spider or something.
A spider? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was way too loud for that.
It could be a snake or something. But you ain't gonna hurt you.
I walked away for a second to get a little of a snack. Anyways, this is one of the funny parts. I think there's a couple of these moments. We'll rewind it a second.
Do you know what it is? And that's over at the hill, 110, you think?
Yeah, that's 110.
Oh my God. I heard something move. See it? You hear it?
You want it?
Huh? Do I want it?
It ain't gonna get you.
Do you know what it is?
It's a spider or something.
A spider? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was way too loud for that.
It could have been a snake or something. I don't know. But you're in the road. You ain't gonna hurt you.
Great. I just screamed on Ben Hill Road.
Once Dawn heard it.
Oh, I wonder if Jody Sue did, since she hears everything. So up there, there's lights. That's 110 already, right?
That's 110.
But see, it's like... I just hope that they don't start shooting on us.
I'm not scared of them.
Don't have to be scared of them to get shot.
They better be a good shot. That's all I'm saying. You shot before.
So what's this one on the left here? Which place is this?
That's Don Wilson's.
We already passed free. Oh, there's Jody Sue's. We're okay. So this is 125.
110's right here.
It's dark. But,
yeah, it's 110. That's where the bench and everything is.
Yeah.
It's nice how they throw their sign and stuff down and it's all covered up.
What?
Yeah.
That's her sign?
That's sign. That's sign. That was the gate that crossed the road, their driveway.
Oh, wait. Oh, I thought you said it was her sign.
That's got Summer's poster and stuff all over it on the other side.
Oh, Summer's.
It's face down. That's the gate that holds it across the road.
You know that they probably have camera. What's this?
It's a string.
For what?
It's a bale string.
What's that mean?
It's off the hay baler.
Oh.
It's off the hay baler. Let's see how this trail goes up right here. And stuff.
Mm-hmm. And then it's
There's three
starts
trails.
over here.
Yeah, there's one come. See, there was one trail come off over here on this side of the tree. And there's one come off on that side tree. But the one that come off on that side tree most likely went up over there. And then the one on this side tree.
Ew, look. No, I want to see it.
But most likely that the trail on this side goes up there.
All right.
Oh man, my little heart was broken. Hold on, let's rewatch that. That was
are we
funny.
walking to the end? Are we? And then it's
there's three
starts
trails.
Over here.
Yeah, there's one come. See, there was one trail come off over here on this side of the tree. And there's one come off on that side tree. But the one that come off on that side tree most likely went up over there. And then the one on this side tree.
Ew, look. No, I want to see it.
But most likely that the trail on this side goes up there.
All right. So, are we walking to the end, or are we going to turn around? You think?
We'll just walk right here to where the creek is.
Okay.
I wonder how much flying he lost off his belly just coming in here before it burnt down. Because I noticed that flying when we come on Ben Hill Road. That's how much I noticed stuff. I noticed it coming down through here.
It's crazy. This is
the first tile as you come in Ben Hill.
First what?
Tile, the first creek.
What's a tile?
A culvert.
But what? I don't. What was the word you were saying?
Tile. What? Drain tile.
No, I've never heard of that.
It's a culvert where water goes through.
Okay.
It's a southern term, I guess.
I don't like
What a cool couple. I know, right? So different, you know. That's what makes it neat. Is just we're so alike but so different. Because we learn a lot off each other. But what was it? I think it was a cricket, if I remember right. Bandit, what are you? How? I see he's peeking underneath the door. But I think it was a cricket because I think I remember giving them shit about it, saying because I thought one of you guys told me crickets are lucky or good luck.
Okay, so we turning around?
Yeah, because Beast Creek is
that's us right there.
I mean, Beast Creek is right there, another 200 feet. But that's where I'd parked that night.
Okay, so right here.
For a while, yeah.
That's
And
where
then
you
they
parked.
done had to.
So here comes, when you come in the first curve here on Ben Hill, it's right here, and you go around this curve, and it's 110.
Dogs all out right here, searching up and down the creek on both sides and in the road. And they had vehicles parked all along this up.
I wonder if that Richard guy talks to Jody Sue. I wonder if he's going to alert them. What's that guy's last name?
Donnie Chambers?
No.
What?
Richard.
Richard? Oh, I don't know his last name. He's from Maryland. And see, nothing odd with that. They're the only ones that they told that they were not to be out on their property. It didn't make sense why they told them that. Until like.
Supposedly, that Richard guy's an underground dredger, which me and Fred didn't know what that was. So we looked it up. And Fred said he remembered his wife like acting like it was kind of like a secret that he was an underground dredger. I don't know why, but so dredging is an excavation of material from a water environment. It's dredges are specialized pieces of equipment that create a vacuum to suck up and pump out the unwanted sediment and debris. Is that everything okay? Did I mess up? Okay. I thought maybe he's coming in here to reprimand me.
If you go back before that road is where the dog trail went from Wells's property to Andy or Dobbs's and to that curve.
Where at?
Right before that road.
Or you mean right before the cricket?
No, before the road.
We haven't got to the frog yet.
You've been past it. You showed it on the ground.
No, that was this cricket that you smashed. You didn't smash a frog. It's a frog later. You smashed a frog? No, it wasn't a frog. It was a cricket. Anyways, what? Could you see it? Do you need me?
You showed a little bit of it.
Oh. Do you want me to rewind?
Yeah, you can a little bit.
Okay, let's see.
And see, nothing odd with that. They're the only ones that they told that they were not to be out on their property.
Was it before this?
I'm trying to see. Before you were showing that in the road.
I don't remember where that was.
So we're coming up on the. I'm talking. We're coming up on the Ben Hill driveway. I'm filming right now. I'm just making points so that people can see how long it takes to walk it.
Was this before? I don't know. I better leave it. I'm probably gonna mess it up.
Some of those.
I don't remember. I don't remember what we were at before I started messing with it. We'll have to look. Okay, we were at 521. Only 521.
Oh, yeah. Okay, because there's 125 right here, yeah. Okay, that makes sense because we're clearing right there. So
That's where Shay was.
I don't like that. Okay, so we turning around?
Yeah, because Beach Creek.
Yeah, that's just right there.
I mean, Beach Creek just right there.
This is at the end of when we get to the end of.
Yeah, it was before that too.
Oh.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay, because we were at.
The trail come off the Don's property onto the Hobbs's property.
Okay. I was just making sure I'm starting this at the right spot. Okay. We'll just start here at 5:30. Fred was wanting, we don't know where to go on this, but Fred was wanting to show something about a dog trail and where it went to up on Dobbs' property. He passed away. What? I saw today folk asking for prayers for Donnie Chambers' family because he passed away. Was there a Donnie Chambers out that way, and could it have been him? Yeah, Donnie Chambers lives at the end of this road.
He lives at the stop sign.
Yeah, he lives at the stop sign right at Ben Hill and Beach Creek. I'll have to look at that here in a second and see if I can find something. So right where we're at though is right where the dog trail goes, right up to Dobbs, and then yeah. So let's
like about 50 foot from where the gate was laying there again in that ditch in the bank with the poster sign down the summer now.
50 foot past the gate.
Yeah, that's what he's going out.
It was people from Knoxville Church asking for prayers, so maybe there is another one. Oh, a Knoxville Church. All right, let's keep going.
200 feet, but that's where I'd parked at now.
Okay, so right here.
For a while, yeah.
That's
and
where
then
you
they
parked.
done had to.
So here comes when you come in the first curve here on Ben Hill. Yeah. It's right here, and you go around this curve, and it's 110.
All out right here, searching up and down the creek on both sides and in the road, and they had vehicles parked all along this up there.
I wonder if that Richard guy talks to Jody Sue. I wonder if he's gonna alert them. What's that guy's last name?
Donnie Chambers.
No.
What?
Richard.
Richard? Oh, I don't know his last name. He's from Maryland. And see, another thing odd with that, they're the only ones that they told that they were not to be out on their property. It didn't make sense why they told them that. Until like weeks out of it. They done about pulled off the whole of it.
So we're coming up on I'm talking. We're coming up on the Ben Hill driveway. I'm filming right now. I'm just making points so that people can see how long it takes to walk it. So, Summer Rose.
Where they parked Indian them, I say.
For what? Oh, yeah.
Summer.
Okay, because there's 125 right here, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what it is.
Side note, I just thought of something. Who was it? Sam Stedman and the other guy? Terry Crawford. Terry Crawford was the one that was rumored, right? Has the rumors are about? Yeah, this rumor there was a little something going on with that. You remember that JLR's video where those two guys and they said, oh, when they heard Fred's name, they were like, oh, he's a piece of shit, blah blah blah. Well, the big dude, he used to brag when Jody Sue was like a minor about messing around with her. So allegedly. So yeah, he used to brag about messing around with her, and she was underage. And their issue with Fred had to do with the training. Wasn't that horse deal thing? Yep. They didn't pay you for your work or something like that. Anyways. Random, I know, but
okay, that makes sense.
There's
a clearing right there. So
that's where Say was showing that picture of that trash can and tires on her video on the side of the road. They moved in tires and was parked with a key.
So weird how they've completely changed out all their.
What do you mean about the other car with the blue truck, Carolyn? Are you talking about the white HHR? He believes the white HHR and the blue truck are like two vehicles, the two most important vehicles to figure out who they belong to. I think that's correct, right?
Vehicles and stuff. I mean, Dawn still has a white truck as far as I know. But the white truck probably had nothing to do with it, and that's probably why.
And the Subaru don't either.
Yeah, I know, right? The Subaru is like a.
But see, they used the shoe to get sent for summer. So if the boys even had a shoe on or something, if they even shared shoes or whatever, or even handled it, then he could have had the boys sent on it too.
Okay, what time is it? Can you tell me what time it is? Do you have a time?
I got my phone on me. I'm not money.
It's got to be getting. It's close to 9.
You see that light right through here? Back up a little bit into it.
Huh?
There's a light right through here.
You gotta think you're. I don't see. Oh, okay.
That's Sharpie.
Okay, so I see 2 lights.
Yeah.
Or well, it can't be seen on camera because it looks like.
But see what they mentioned.
It just looks like a clearing.
Well, it's a Simpson lane.
Yeah.
But see what people ain't talked about either is a trail that goes from there to Sharpie.
Oh, dog trail goes straight to Sharpies.
Yeah. It's worse than one across the road.
Right. Kind of at the beginning of this, the third part here is where we start our journey back. So if you start timing, it seems like it takes about probably it's 15 to 20-minute walk. To walk it. You know, of course, I say that big of a window because we stopped a few times, and probably 15 to somebody who's just walking and going, you know?
I love you. This is where it all began.
This is 11/2. This is September 11th. It's worse than one across the road.
I love you. This is where it all began.
This is 11/2. This is September 11th.
Yep. 9/11.
And 2/11 from the there for 2022.
No, January 11th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, January 11th, 2022. But I think there's something with the time too, but so we're back at, this is Simpson Drive, a road. Yeah.
It says Simpson Road. I always thought Simpson Lane because that's what it used to be, Simpson Lane.
Okay. Probably either one would be fine.
That's all I ever know.
This is more Thompson, the first camera driveway. So
the sign, you know, the gate that there was a gate that used to go across the Wells driveway, and on that gate was signs of, you know, Summer's sign and stuff, her picture and stuff, and it's literally now face down, her picture down across the street in the ditch. They just threw the gate with her picture. Oh, we're just going to throw her over there. I just think that's kind of, I don't know. I just don't. It doesn't seem like very caring parents. But yes, the sign, the Wells had thrown the gate that had a Summer's picture and the sign on it across the street in the ditch, face down. Mm-hmm.
Huh?
We'll see it flags. Turn the camera or something.
Well, I have to.
Normally, it's lights on.
Oh.
It turned red. It red lens.
I can't remember where I.
Let me walk back by way back.
Nah.
I ain't got nothing to hide, man.
It's okay.
That's what people don't understand. I've got nothing to hide. No worries in this case.
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying it's fine because it's not.
Well, but I mean, other people don't know that though. They think, oh, this, oh, that. Me personally, I know I ain't got nothing to worry about because I ain't had nothing to do with nothing. And it don't matter what anybody says, try to take and say that I was this way, that way. I know in my heart, you know, I don't give a fuck what everybody else saying.
Yep. Only somebody who.
And I know I can't get in trouble for nothing.
I know they're trying to scare you. So, how do people not notice like the way you react versus like Andy and stuff, like how worried he acts, or Don? I mean, Andy.
I was guilty of dealing drugs. I shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah.
You know, I was guilty of that. But even when they pulled the footage and stuff off my cameras, I mean, in 2 weeks, there was 4 different vehicles that they could link that was coming buying dope off of me.
Yeah.
And they were just been in like in 2 weeks. I was trying to think how many times that they had said that they had been in. So they told me up front, you know. I mean, I didn't know doing summer, Dawn set me out and stuff like that. I didn't know that it was just a matter of time, you know,
Yeah.
of everything. And I done accepted it. And I'm grateful that it did happen, you know. I'm really grateful that it did happen like it is. I mean, I'm still going through a lot of hell over it and stuff,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep.
But I'm grateful that it has happened. But see, from that camera to this camera's a long ways, you know. To the first camera on my place, or Dad's place. But I had the cameras up to know if the law was watching me run my dope or not. Was they coming in and out while I went home? First one thing another.
Sorry, I just can't believe I looked up. Again, I just did that. I looked up and I was live for 1 hour and 11 minutes exactly. 1:11:00. Then I stopped to tell you guys. I looked up and it's 1:11:11. Sorry, I just had to say that. We were there at the bottom of that hill a couple years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and you could watch them. Could you watch them live?
No, I couldn't watch them live. I had to take and pull the chips and look at them, you know. But after they took and set me, Don done that, and then all this YouTube started and stuff, and Don talked about our biggest drug dealer and stuff around here, meth dealer and stuff. Then he was unreal at the time that people was trying to rob me and stuff like that. Because they thought I was sitting on tons of dope, which I wasn't, but they thought I was. They thought I was. People on YouTube and stuff. That's what started a lot of, because I ain't had no problem with nobody trying to rob me before. They put me out on, Don and them said that, and then they put me out on YouTube that I was the biggest meth dealer in this part, big kingpin. What people don't realize, I'm really too fucking honest with everybody on all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they see,
there's no reason to lie at this point. Maybe there was at first, like when you were still dealing, I guess.
Well, I didn't even lie to
I mean,
them
there's
then.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I didn't
But
lie
you didn't even lie.
I
know. You know, I mean.
Yeah.
Now we're back to the.
Yeah, we just passed 207. So.
Or you mean 165?
I mean, yeah, 165, 167. I don't know why I said 207.
Yeah, and we're to the.
Almost to 110. I mean, 210. Yeah.
You mean 207?
Or 200, not 210. 200. That's the honest job there.
Oh, wait, but have we gone past the fire thing yet?
No, it's okay.
Oh, that's what I was to say. That's what I was talking about. We're at the hay fire, or where the fire was. Did you see that thing that was sitting off in the back here that he had? Is that what you're missing? Like what you're missing? Like the plow thing? You see, know what I was talking about?
Yeah.
How would somebody move whatever? I mean, it was what you're talking about.
They had it come in and load it up.
Like, I
in
mean,
a truck.
Could they lift it?
Yeah, they had a couple people with them. I mean, two people at least to load it. To lift it, you know. And I mean, that's happened since day before yesterday, you know. It had happened pretty much yesterday. Well, that was, yeah, probably Monday.
Yeah. Wonder if we'll catch any.
I can't take it with me anyway, so I'm not mad about it. At least somebody got doing something other, making some money on. They probably make them money they OD on. Karma's a bitch. I mean, it is. I mean, before it's that like that,
but hands are sweaty. Mine are.
Sweaty?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, you know.
No, it is sweaty.
Clammy. Or whatever. I don't know. I wonder if we catch any cool EVPs on this. Any cool ghost? Maybe we'll.
They are usually all up down to you. It's just that they claim this is the Honey, this holler, and East Tennessee. But what a lot of people don't understand too, this holler here is used to be the divide of East and West Beach Creek.
Yeah.
And that's why there's so many people that much bloodshed on this road at that time. This has been back in the early 90s and 80s and 70s. But being at the end, at the stop sign at Ben Hill, that was the divide of the
oh my God, I keep getting
east and west side, you see.
I'm so jumpy.
I don't know. But there's been more bloodshed on this road right here and this holler right here than any other road in Hawkins County. I mean, it's documented like that too. I mean, when you look up Ben Hill Road, what people don't understand, this used to be Little Patty Morlock Holler before it became Ben Hill Road. So a lot of stuff people researches for Ben Hill Road don't show up because
this was Patty Morlock at one time.
It was Little Patty Morlock Holler beforehand.
Yeah.
And most people won't travel this holler after dark without them being in a vehicle, or hunt or nothing after dark usually in here because of the monkeys and stuff. Especially the hot part of the summer, and especially through August, because August is a freezing time.
What? Yeah, August. You said August. I think September too, right?
Well, no, it's usually the 1st of August. I mean, you'll start hearing them more.
Ooh, it's getting cold back here.
Yeah, you get around this curve and it's just like a 30-degree difference.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Why?
It's warm until you get right here and then it's cold as hell from here.
Why do you think that is?
It's strange. I don't know where, maybe if Fred's listening, he could tell like where exactly that is that happens. But it was the strangest thing. It's almost like you enter a whole new, like, I don't know, atmosphere or something. Like it just drops. Like you could almost like feel like the shift. The temperature drops just suddenly. It's crazy, but I'm guessing it has to do exactly with what Fred's saying, something to do with the layout of the mountains or something. But it was crazy because it even made the air feel different, like the thickness of it. I can't explain it. Carolyn asked, Fred, do you know about the party that they had the night before Summer went missing? I was wondering if you had seen them having the party that night, and if you did, was a lot of people there that night? Fred, if you're listening, did you see that they had a lot of people up there, or did you just hear about this after the fact when you recorded them? He's not in here right now. But if he comes in here, I'll ask him if he doesn't see. You only heard about it? Okay, so you didn't see any vehicles leaving, like a lot of vehicles in and out of that day. I mean, he's all the way at the other end, even though he's probably in and out a lot. You know, he's not going to really catch like people going up that driveway that often, I would guess. I don't know. Maybe people sitting at the bottom of the driveway see different vehicles or something, because I would guess a lot of vehicles can't make it up the Wells driveway and have to park at the bottom. I mean, I know I had to.
A shift in the way the mountains lay in here.
There's the turnaround that you think that Andy turned around at before on the 15th. I mean, see, I was always thinking he went all the way to the end at 207. No. You never, I mean, I don't know. I guess we weren't talking like.
It was miscommunication, some of it. I mean, it's hard to hear when I'm in jail and this too. Everything, you know how deaf I am anyway. It drives you crazy.
Only when you when I'm trying to talk to you and you see I'm talking and you walk away and turn your head and you try to talk over me when you know you're not going to hear me. And then you just walk away, and then if I don't say it right then, you're probably ADHD too, a little bit. And that's why we both find the urge to hurry and say what's on our mind.
I do that because it slowed me down.
Yeah.
Instead of really speeding me up.
And shout out to Crazy Mom. I learned that off of her, I believe. See, I do learn things off you guys, and remember, I learn all kinds of stuff off you guys. Little facts, and that's a fact that I learned off Crazy Mom.
Me, so I must be a different kind of ADHD, or either that, or I guess you can develop it at any age, huh?
I said that right there was where I had
the what? You mean the camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see anything on the road now, really. But for right here would be. Wait, isn't this where?
This is the Slice Bridge.
Yeah, wasn't this where scent was supposedly?
Yeah, that's where they started picking up the scent more.
It's a banner of Summer on the Shed by the road. Do you know, Fred? I mean, I know you haven't been up there much lately, but we do know that the gate that used to be there, I mean, maybe they put it back. You know, maybe they did. Maybe it was just there temporarily or something. You know, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, at the time, the whole gate was thrown across the road in a ditch at the side of the hill, of the side of the mountain, or whatever it is. Crazy Mom is here. It probably freaked you out when you heard your name. You love that. The driving and the it makes me like car sick. I don't know about the banner of summer. I thought like the banner was on that gate at one time, but it didn't look like that's what was on the other side. It looked like there was like a poster maybe on the other side. The banner is still at the shed, says Fred. I've always heard that if someone gets hurt in a place that's all way cold there. I have lived in a house that a man killed himself and there was so cold in the bedroom that yeah, I know. That's what freaked me out. I thought that immediately, Carolyn. Trust and believe. I thought paranormal immediately. I'm like, wow. But also it makes sense. Like, I don't know. It's a huge shift. So I guess that banner's still there. Wonder when they took it down because that was up last summer's day. I don't know. Weren't you saying, Fred, that it was still up a couple days before? That they had just taken it down? Or something? That you had noticed that it was... I don't know. He's only been out there a couple times. Contrary to popular belief or unpopular belief, whatever.
You know, but see, the road was got rougher right there too, and they was thinking that it was coming off the vehicle where the road was got rough, and the vibration was making the scent follicles fall off more.
Hmm. Oh, don't kick it! Oh no!
I didn't hurt him, see?
I'm not scared of it. I used to pick those things up. Well, smaller ones. That one's a little big for my liking.
You don't need them up there?
That's a toad. I don't think that's a frog. I think that's a toad. Is this it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're at 207 already. All right.
Well, actually, I forgot to unmute. I just said, well, that's it. That's the end of the journey from 207, starting at 207, down to 110. Didn't go all the way down to Beach Creek, but pretty close. We did go past 110 driveway. Like, I don't know. Fred said another 200 feet was Beach Creek, where we turned back around. The banner on the shed is the one Dolly had made. Yep. You know, they still have, when I was there last, the same sign that was up 3 years ago when Summer went missing is still there at Beach Creek and, what's the road across street? Or where the white HHR sat, I believe, it's right there. That sign's still there, everything. The little toy. I can't believe nobody's like touched that toy. I just wonder, I don't know, the bench is, whose idea was the bench at the end of 110? It is nice. It's a nice little, it looks like a memorial to me. That's what it looks like. It looks like a memorial. Oh, you guys are so welcome. Yeah, you did a lot of cool things, but we went to Bays Mountain and he was really disappointed in how it is now. I guess it's just, I wonder how it freaking handled the weather. A lot of the animals weren't out there and they didn't have like very many animals. I didn't even know that's what Bays Mountain was. Christy was, I think, trying to get me to go to some kind of, I didn't go to the Overlook. That's what I've been wanting to do. I don't think we went to that. No, we didn't. I don't think I've been to it yet. Oh my God, the toilet would flush itself and the doors would open and close by themselves and you could see a big bridge light in the hallway. I have a video of us doing the spirit box. But I don't know if you guys would want to. I have to listen to these beforehand because you guys probably, I don't know. I'm not good. I haven't listened back to any of that footage of the spirit box and stuff because that's something like, I don't know, spirit, what's her name? What's her name? Electronic medium. Durr. I wonder if she would want to use them for her channel. Candace had that put there, the bench, I thought. Candace had that put there, I thought, the bench. Maybe that's the bench that was supposed to be put at that playground. I thought the mayor was trying to do that bench, but it never happened. Oh. Well, we did have an interesting thing happen while we were listening to Spirit Box, and that was that monkey. You started hearing that the owls, and then it sounds kind of like owls, like but it's different. The smell, I've never smelled some, I don't know what that was. Like, and you guys it happens all while I'm on recording. I wish I was on video. Like, I have the video going, but I wish I was on there so we could see, like, you could hear my reaction and I freak out. She said she would. She said she would what? I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm probably about to go here in a second, but oh, she said she would? Oh, you're talking about electronic medium? Well, if she did the work, I'd have her, she could put them on her channel. And then I'll share them off her channel, you know what I mean? I just don't. But there is one part, and I want to clip. Like, she could obviously still use it at her channel, but the part where I thought, well, where Fred thinks he hears the monkeys, and then that freaking, well, no, I don't know if that's, it's when that smell thing happens. Yes, I did, Tanya. I'm gonna have to. Live Thankful also sent me like a hash brown casserole type thing that I want to try. I'm not that big on chili, really, but my daughter is, so maybe I will try that casserole. Tonight we just had. I just decided not to record it. It was anything special, really. But just had Chinese, not from the store, or not from the restaurant, but from the store, just this General Tso's chicken and rice and egg rolls. So it was all right. Kind of expensive, though. It was expensive dinner we could have almost ate out for, well, it was like $28. Well, I don't eat sour. Me and my what I was about to say, my sister. Me and my daughter don't eat sour cream. My sisters don't either. Well, most of my sisters. And then Fred, I'll use it for like a there's this hash brown casserole recipe that was sent to me. It has sour cream in it, but I might cut some of it out. I'll still use it, just not as, I don't like a lot of sour. I just don't like sour cream, really. Marry me chicken. Oh yeah, I saw the bench. It gets shown in this video that we just went over. Always late. It's in there. It's nice.
Is your internet being bad?
Not yet, but I'm gonna be off here in a second. You could just restart it if you want.
I don't understand what's going on.
Oh, well, I'm live. I'll be live. I'm live, but I'll be off here in a second.
It's not working on my PS5 only, but it's working on everything else. Like, it's my PS5 is being bad, and then the internet on the phone's being bad, but when I turn off my PS5, the phone internet works.
Well, I'm gonna be off this here in a second. Oh, gosh, it's freaking a catastrophe. I already know. I don't know if I haven't seen my internet start acting up yet, but anyways, I am going to get off here anyways, so that way she can restart the internet and all that. But I might be on doing readings here in a bit if anybody is interested. Yes, the struggle is very real. Jeez. I have a 13-year-old and she thinks that she is 25. Well, this one's almost going on 17. But yeah, it feels like she's going on 30, sames. And I think she thinks that she's in charge. Hey, Valerie. Sorry to leave you. Just was about to get off of here. Okay. All right, guys. I'll be back later on Tarot Channel, probably. If anybody is interested in reading, email me and let me know. And then at least that will give me some... If I see that somebody's interested, then I'll definitely go live. If I know somebody's interested. So... All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.